A lot of spirit here, good crowd. Both these teams travel very well. Coming from western Minnesota and the northeast Rhode Island. So low kick by Teskey, bounces a couple times. Picked up by Salve Regina. That was Hilner with it. Forward work here by Salve Regina. Well, we've got a penalty early. There's a good fight in the breakdown, but Moorehead committed a penalty. Taken quickly. Good go forward there from Salve Regina, trying to recycle it quickly. Now they release it to their backs. Not much happening there. Kira Pedroso. Forward work again. This is Simonello. So this is Salve's. This seems to be their bread and butter. They usually 2 or 3 hit-ups through the forwards, and then they try to exploit the gap, which they have. This is Erin Gunther. Is anyone going to catch her? No, they're not. She dots down in the corner. Just a minute and 15 seconds gone in this match, and Salve Regina takes a 5-0 lead. So nice shooting of the gap. Erin Gunther's got a different gear when she gets the ball. Salve Regina, a couple hit-ups through their centers. Here's through Pedroso and Simonella. Draw the defense in a little bit, then try and get quick ball through the centers and out to the fullback. That's exactly what they did. And now she's going to try and convert her own try from a very difficult angle. Gunther is a senior from Sayville, New York, studying elementary and special education. She's also captain of the track and field team at Salve Regina. Nice attempt. Just pulled it slightly. So your score remains 5-0. Salve Regina up early in this third-place match of the NSCRO Women's National Championship Weekend here on the campus of Life University. Teskey puts it back into play. It's fielded by Zoe Coconos there. Forward hit up. Strong run by Elizabeth Morse. Good fighting there in the ruck, but we've got a penalty again. Going to have to clean it up. This is Chapman. She's still going. Strong running there. 12 meters into the Moorehead half. Noelle Bauer. See if they release it now through the backs. They do. Loop around. Benoit with it. Nice go forward. Good stuff here from Salve Regina. Nice and patient. Same thing they did in the first half yesterday. Pick and go by Morse. Hilner. Controlling the gain line very well is Salve Regina. But it looks like they've poached it in the ruck. They have. I believe that was Madeline Linder. And they got quick ball outside, and they're on the counter. That's Chantel Mint. So Minnesota State Moorehead on offense for the first time. Let's see how they work. Well, it looks like Salve Regina has reversed it again. Chapman pushing people back, but I think we've got a knock on. We have a delay call. We are, knock on. So right when Chapman went into contact with Jasmine Nash, she coughed up the ball, so we're going to have our first scrum. So Linder stole it for Minnesota State and got quick ball out on the wing to Chantel Mint. And Chantel made up about 30 meters before she was taken into contact. Mariah Adams sets it in. Good scrum by Salve Regina. Got a nice push there. But the ball squirted out, so we're going to reset. Both teams did very well yesterday in the scrum against their opponents. They've got good technique. I don't know if you can hear you'll hear the cadence. Lets you know they're all in sync. And ball squirted out again. So we're going to try it a third time. There we go. Good push by Salve Regina. But Moorehead's going to maintain possession. Pull it out the back. Teskey. Oh! Ball stolen in the air. Intercepted pass. I think that was Martell who posted, but it could have been Kakano's. Hilner. Good strong running. And I think we've got a counter ruck going. I think, yes, Minnesota State has turned it over. They've got the ball now, looking to counter. Trying to get it out here on the wing to Jackson. Loop around. Good work by Hoseth and Jackson. Actually, that was Carly Knowles. This is Jasmine Nash. She's got some shifty moves. She scored a try yesterday on about an 80-meter run. Maintain possession. They come short side. Jackson with it again. She's going through people. Gets it over midfield. And Salve has counter-rucked. And they've got it. This is Pedroso. Good fight in the breakdown. Look at that. Big hit up with Hilner. Good clear out. And this is Martell. And we've got a penalty. And this is going to be the third time we've got a player from Minnesota State entering through the ruck. Going to talk to the captain. And Miss Aguiar might be going into her pocket. Jacqueline Martell a little slow to get up, but she seems to be fine. All right, so the discussion is over. That was the third time that Minnesota State had been dinged for entering the ruck from the side. Time is back on. And Salve Regina looks like they're going to kick for touch. Try their luck with the lineout. It's going to reach touch. It does. Well done by Gunther. So we're going to have our first line of the match. Margaret Adams of Salve Regina to take this. Maggie Adams. She is a senior from Mystic, Connecticut, studying nursing. She's got hot sauce in her bag. That's what she said. That's not a... Not making it up. So now we're going to have a lineup for Minnesota State. Megan Vondermeulen taking it. Ball's down, ball's out, loose. Scooped up by Hoseth. And Minnesota State's looking to go the other way. Ball bounces twice before it could be corralled by Nash. She finds Knowles. Knowles is trying to get it to Jackson out on the wing. Ball's on the deck. Salve Regina has it now. And they're going short side. Pick and go there by Santiago. Pedroza with a strong run. Maggie Adams gets it inside the 22 for Salve Regina. And now they're going to release through the backs like clockwork. And they handle the ball well. Skip through is Gunther. Looking for support. She found it. She found Cockanos. Getting closer now for Salve Regina. We are 10 minutes gone in this third place match. Short side. Coming to Bauer. Trying to get around on the edge. Inside. Hand off to Benoit. To Simonello. Luckily, didn't get called for interference there. Salve Regina still got it. Looks like they're going to release it now. Nice tackle, good anticipation there by Minnesota State. And that's Hillner. Good patient phases here. Pedrozo. Oh, fake pass by Marr. Little show and go. Can't tell who has it now. Marr again. Good defense by Minnesota State, but they've got the ball on the edge. Gunther, does she have the wheels to get around the corner? She does, and she dots down in the corner. 5 more points for Salve Regina. 28 minutes to go in the first half. They're up 10-0 with a conversion try yet to come. So Gunther with a brace of tries early in this match. I mentioned earlier that Gunther is captain of the track and field team at Salve Regina. I'm guessing she's a sprinter because she is awfully fast. Is your team in need of new gear? Get the best active wear in rugby. Made custom just for your team through an online team store with Rhino Rugby. From warm-up t-shirts to track jackets and more, Rhino's got everything your team needs to look and perform their best. Contact your Rhino rep and get started today. So another good conversion attempt by Gunther. But it does not go through, so your score remains Salve Regina 10, Minnesota State Moorehead 0. And Teskey's going to put us back in play. One bounce. Fielded by Zoe Cockanos. Salve Regina back to work. Benoit. Still on her feet, still churning those legs. Oh, good clear out there by I think Katya Knott. But we've got a break. The break is on. It's Gabriella Hillner, and she's taken down from behind. A nice tackle by Nash coming from behind. That was Simonello with it. And look at this. Salve Regina is back in business inside the 22. Bauer with it. This is Benoit. She's still going. She's still going. Finally brought down. Now through the fly half and centers. Minnesota State's been very smart, anticipating the last couple times, but they got to be careful because Salve Regina's got numbers out there as Gunther. She finds Katie Durago, and Durago's going to find the try zone. She dots down in the corner. 5 more for Salve Regina. 15-0 with 25 minutes to play in the first half. Well, they're having it all their own way. Mostly Minnesota State just hasn't had the ball. They've been on defense for basically 14 of the 15 minutes that we played. Great discipline, great patience by Salve Regina, sticking to their game plan. Haven't been dinged for anything in the breakdown, whereas Minnesota State Moorehead has been dinged 3 times. That's called winning rugby. So this is Gunther's 3rd try from the same spot. She's been very close in the first 2. And no good again. It's all right, difficult angle. 15-0 is your score. So Moorehead they've still got some spring in their step. They still got a lot of belief. They need to get on the front foot. They need to get on offense, go through some phases of their own. Long time to be on defense. Well, Chapman tried to feel it, and she couldn't, so she ended up knocking it on. And this is exactly the type of break that Moorehead needs. They're going to have a scrum about 10 meters into Salve Regina's half. Let's see their offense go to work. Center field scrum, but Moorehead is powering left. They're split 4 and 2 with their backs. Marietta Adams, scrum half, sets it in. Good even push. Ball squirted all the way through. So we're going to try it again. Marietta Adams is a senior from St. Francis, Minnesota. She loves dogs. She is studying health and physical education. Sets it in. Great hook there. Good push by Salve Regina, but pulled out the back by Adams. She goes short side. That was Hoseth. And Hoseth found Mint, but Mint was taken into touch. Good defense by Salve Regina. And they have earned the line out. They'll look to relieve some of this pressure. And the sun just broke through the clouds for the first time in about 5 days here in Atlanta. Well, cleanly taken, but the ball did not go straight. So Minnesota State Moorehead is going to get it back. So Maggie Adams was unable to throw it straight. So Megan Vondermeulen for Minnesota State is going to try it now. It goes over everybody. And I think it didn't go straight again. And Salve Regina has elected to scrum. Sarah Lambert, scrum half. She's a senior from Hopedale, Massachusetts. She is a senior studying early childhood education, special ed. She actually studied abroad and visited 8 different countries. So releasing the ball to the backs early, trying to change things up a bit. Gunther gets around the corner. One woman to beat. Nice open field tackle by Hoseth. So midfield, but Minnesota State has counter-rucked. Teskey with it now, trying to go short side to Knowles. Knowles is taking it to touch. Well, Gunther, the speedy Gunther, she got around the edge and she was flying right at midfield. Met Laurel Hoseth, who stopped her in her tracks. Then on the counter ruck, Moorehead took it back. but they were taking a touch, so Salve Regina is going to have a line out about 8 meters into their own half. Better throw this time. Controlled by Minnesota State, but the ball hit the deck, and Chapman scooped it up for Salve Regina. So we're coming back to an earlier knock-on, so Salve Regina is going to have a scrum just below our tower. Cassidy Chapman is another senior. She's from Douglas, Massachusetts, studying accounting. Her teammates call her Mama Bear. So Lambert puts it in. Nice, clean scrum. And their backs go to work. This is Durago, try score. But the ball was intercepted by Knowles for Moorehead, and they go to work. And the pressure caused Salve Regina to commit a penalty in the breakdown. Quick tap by Linder. Mariah Adams scooped it out. Look for Nash. She sidestepped one, and she's got some wheels. Inside the 22 now for Moorehead for the first time in the match. Teskey looking for Mint. Mint cuts back inside. She needs support. Good clear out. This is good work by Moorehead. Pass hits the deck. T. Schaefer with it now. Good patient phases here. They're going short side. Knowles with it. She finds Jackson. Jackson jumps back inside, but we've got a penalty. Interference is the call. Well, Knowles did an inside pass to Jackson. I think they bumped. So Gunther is probably going to kick for touch. That's what it looks like she's doing here. Salve Regina is going to relieve some pressure and get a line out. Now 15 meters into their own half. And they look to go to work again. 18 minutes to play in the first half. Salve Regina up 15-0 on Minnesota State Moorehead. This is the third place match. Nice line out, taken cleanly. I think that was Benoit carrying it. It was. Good quick ball. They're off to the races. Here's Gunther again. Has she got the wheels? She does. She going to complete the hat trick? She is, and I think she's going to be able to center it. She does. So it was Zoe Kokonos who found the original line break. She drew in the fullback and another tackler. She was able to offload to Gunther, and Gunther did the rest with her legs. 5 more for Salve Regina. They're up 20-0. Zoe Kokonos, junior from Fort Lee, New Jersey, studying nursing. She has an alter ego named Tracy in a blue wig. 16 minutes to play. Conversion coming up for Gunther. She scored her third try on the day. And this one is up and through. 22-0 is your score. Salve Regina having things all their way. Teskey kicks it. Chapman wisely stops with a foot this time, instead of trying to pick up the ball that's tumbling. Salve Regina back to work. Good forward work again. This is Benoit. Chapman, big hit, runs over a couple of people. Good go forward. And here we go. Marta Martel to Coconos. Oh, there's a break. Salve Regina's over halfway. More forward work. And they're going to go strong side. Simonello. 4 meters every time, controlling the gain line very well. Another penalty in the breakdown, this time against Salve Regina, taken quickly by Adams. And she's back over midfield for Moorehead. And we've got a whistle. So Salve Regina tried to poach in the ruck, end up knocking it on. So Minnesota State Moorehead is going to have a center field scrum, about 5 meters into the Salve half. Good position for them. A lot of space. If they can get Nash free. She's got good speed, as we saw yesterday. Good scrum. They're going to go short side. That's Hoseth. Quick ball out of the ruck. That was good. And this is Madeline Linder. Inside the 22 now for Moorehead. Pick and go there by Chantel Mint. Teskey to Nash. Sidestepping couple people. Can she get free? Tackle from behind. Gets it quickly to Knowles. Knowles looking for help. She finds Teskey. Teskey finds Jackson. Almost there. Good defense so far by Salve to hold it at the line. Pick and go. Linder with it. And she dots down. Minnesota State Moorehead is on the board. So it was Nash with the initial line break. Actually, it was Linder back here at midfield. Got them inside the 22. Then great work by Nash sidestepping a couple people. Then she got it to Knowles. Knowles and Jackson tried to punch it in, but it took a couple of forward pick and goes for Linder to finally dot down for Minnesota State Moorehead. They are on the board with 5 points. 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. Your score is 22-5. Teskey's conversion is no good. Maddie Linder is a senior from St. Francis, Minnesota. She's studying exercise science. All right, well, Salve is a little slow coming up to midfield. Minnesota State feeling good, feeling like they've got some momentum going. Salve Regina player was slow to get up. She's running back to midfield now. Coach asks if she's all right, and she goes, I don't know, I just feel weird now. So there's Linder, the try scorer, already going to work for Minnesota State. Courtney Caskey with some fancy moves for a prop. This is Katya Knott running over people, getting over midfield for Moorehead. Now they're going to come strong side. Teskey. Good stiff arms there. This is Nash with it. Finds Jackson. Jackson hands it to Vandermeulen. Good stuff here from Minnesota State. And Adams on a keeper. Tries to roll short side and ends up being taken into touch. We are under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Salve Regina leads Minnesota State Moorehead 22-5. Salve Regina has a line out 10 meters into their own half. Definitely felt the shift in the momentum. And actually, Minnesota State was able to win that line out. Vandermeulen scooped it up. They got numbers out on the edge. Knowles looking for Jackson. Oh, she couldn't handle the pass. I think it went backwards. So we've got a penalty against Salve Regina. Minnesota State's going to maintain possession. Taken quickly by Adams. She goes short side to Knowles, but Knowles dropped it. I think we're going to have a delayed knock-on. Salve Regina has the ball. They're going to work with their forwards. Pedroza with a strong run. And there we go. Mar to Martel. To Kakanos. To Durago. Excuse me, this is Bauer. And Salve is running the ball out as opposed to kicking it. Pick and go by Elizabeth Morse. Strong run by Hillner. Mar to Martel. And they find Gunther on the edge, looking to do what she's been doing all day. I think this is Durago. Nice moves by her. And we've got a penalty. I think we're calling for a high tackle, perhaps. Yes. Strong run right through the gap for Morse. Katya Knott pulls her back. Uh-oh. So we got some sloppy passing. Gunther, nice hit there. Noelle Bauer, one woman to beat. She goes down. But she was wrapped, so she's going to be called for not releasing the ball. It's a good tackle, I think, by Hoseth. It was. And earlier we had Chantel Mint with a pop on Gunther, but Gunther's back just as she offloaded it. Strong tackle and wrap by Mint. All right, so Minnesota State is able to relieve a little pressure with the kick to touch. They're going to have a line out just inside their 22. 6 minutes to play in the first half. Salve Regina leading it 22-5. Well, it goes over everybody, but Katya Knott's got it, and she's running over players. And we're going to be entering through the side. That was Elizabeth Morse. Got dinged for it. Taken quickly by Linder. She offloads to Evanson. She's stiff-arming and going through people. And Minnesota State is over midfield. Great go forward there from Evanson. Nash with it now. Goes by one. Goes by two. Good strong running again. And quick ball. But Adams fell down, so finds Knowles. Knowles finds Jackson. And we're going to have a knock-on. That's unfortunate. Looked like Minnesota State had some momentum going. Salve was a little bit disorganized and kind of on their heels. Breakdown's been a nice fight. Each team committing usually 3 players to the ruck. Each team has been counter-rucked a couple times. So Salve Regina putting it back in play with 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Up 22-5. Good push by Minnesota State, but Salve Regina maintains possession. Oh! Well, that was impressive that Cocknose was able to hang on to that ball. She ran into a Minnesota State player who was trying to get back on side. I don't think she knew the ball was coming to her, was coming her way. Forward work. This is Pedroso. And here they go. Oh, we got a gap. Gunther with it. One person left. Nice tackle again by Hoseth. Ball's picked up by Cocknose. Hilner. Another strong run from her. Morse. Well, Minnesota State looked like they had posted the ruck, but they did not. And instead, the penalty was called. But Morse is slow to get up. She was at the bottom of 4 or 5 in the ruck. So 2 minutes to play. Time is off. But she's back up. Taken. Quick tap. Given to Chapman. And she powers her way inside the 22 for Salve Regina, looking for more before the half. Hilner. Still moving, still moving. Now she stopped, and she goes down. And here we go, Marr. Around the corner to Durago. And she's going to do the rest. She dots down in the corner. Familiar spot, that left corner of the tri-zone. Gunther has 3, Durago has 2. 27-5. Salve Regina up. I've been saying her name wrong. It's Durago. Apologies. Katie Durago, she's a junior from Summers, New York, majoring in elementary and special ed. And she is a self-proclaimed rapper. She says she can out-rap anyone on the team. But I haven't asked anyone else on the team, so maybe she's just, we just have to take her word for it. Scoring her second try of the match. Another good attempt by Gunther, but it falls short. Your score remains 27-5. We are under a minute to play in the first half. This is the third place match of the NSCRO Women's National Championship weekend here on the campus of, I can now say, sunny Life University. Nice kick by Teskey. Fielded by Cockanoes. Almost broke the line there, right off the kickoff. Chapman. Again, running over and through people. She dropped the ball. It was poached there by Annika Sanis. And they're going short side. But we've got a penalty against Salve Regina for offsides. Chapman was trying to get back. She was in the path of the pass from Adams to Teskey. So, quick tap by Linder. Oh, excuse me. That's Evanson, Nicole Evanson. Good go forward there. No time on the field clock. Not sure what the official time is on the field. With the referee, Jackson with it. Hoseth, nice strong run. They keep going short side. This is Jackson. Plenty of support there, but there's all kinds of space on the right-hand side. Ball's loose. Chapman with it. And she's going to be knocked into touch. And we're going to have our halftime whistle. So, Salve Regina 27, Minnesota State Moorhead 5. We'd like to thank our sponsors. I'd like to thank Rosalind Chow and Life University for bringing this championship match to their world-class rugby facility. The Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company is proud to be the top sponsor of NSCRO. Learn how Penn Mutual is committed to your financial well-being and helping you live life with confidence by visiting pennmutual.com/rugby. Rhino Rugby is the official NSCRO equipment and ball supplier. NSCRO thanks Rhino Rugby for their support of small college rugby by providing the Rhino Vortex Elite match balls and referee jerseys. To outfit your team with equipment, apparel, and rugby balls that facilitate improved performance, go to rhinorugby.com. NSCRO thanks USA Rugby for its support and recognition of NSCRO as an independent organization governing the small college national playoffs, as well as sharing similar goals for bettering the collegiate rugby experience. Go Play Sports Tours is the only U.S.-based sports tour operator with connections to premier clubs and national academies across the globe for a variety of sports. To schedule your next sports tour, go to goplaytours.com. And Impact Custom Mouth Guards, the official mouth guard of NSCRO and Major League Rugby, handcrafts your guard to fit perfectly. Talk, breathe, and even drink with it in. You will love the thin profile of your Impact Custom Mouth Guard. So, interesting first half. Salve Regina was having all their way for about 30 minutes by sticking to their game plan. Forward work 1, 2, 3 times, and then releasing it through their fly half and centers. And between Gunther and Dorego, they've been doing the rest with their swift feet. Between them, they have scored 5 tries. But then in the last 10 minutes of the half, Minnesota State seemed to figure something out. Not only were they able to push Salve Regina back and close some of those gaps, but they were able to get on the board themselves with first a line break coming from Linder, I believe, and then it was Nash that did some work inside the 22. And then Knowles and Jackson over in the corner. A couple of pick and goes by the forwards. And Linder, the woman who started the break, she finished it with a try of their own. And that's your score, 27-5. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the second half shortly. So the crowd's getting into it. We're getting ready to start here. Minnesota State, as I said, seemed to figure something out in the last 10 minutes. Let's see how they do here in the second half. That's not a very good sign. Opening kickoff. Dropped for a knock-on. So Salve Regina is going to have it 12 meters into Moorhead territory. Lambert sets it in. Good even scrum. Ball squirts out the back. And they're going to go short side. Marr with it. Nice tackle by Knapp. Minnesota State came to play in the second half. They've been beasts in the breakdown, the tackles here. Strong, hard tackles. But Salve maintains possession. This is Morris. Oh, looks like Minnesota State, they have counter-rucked. They try to go short side, but they end up tossing it into touch, or are we going to have a forward pass? Von der Meulen a little slow to get up, but she appears to be all right. Actually, I think it was Maddie Linder. Or, excuse me. It was Benoit, sorry. Got my rosters mixed up there. All right, so Salve Regina with the line out. Stolen again by Minnesota State. They go short side, and I think they've knocked it on. Well, they've gotten a couple lucky breaks, but they're giving the ball back too easily. Got to clean it up. Good push by Salve Regina here. Nice hit. Now Dua's got it. She finds Gunther. Has she got the speed to get to the wing? Another great tackle by Hoseth. Kakano's with it now. Offloads it to Simonello. Salve Regina. Quick to work. Hilner. Oh, they did not wrap her. She's still on her feet. But the ball was ripped out of her hands by Nash, and she's off the other way, looking for help. Good quick ball out of there by Teskey. Well, I think that's Courtney Caskey shrugging would-be tacklers off. Territorial kick. It bounces and then goes into touch.
Kicked out by Moorehead. Line up to Salve.
So Salve Regina is going to get the ball back. They're about 8 meters into Minnesota State. The Minnesota State half. So strong run by Courtney Caskey from Minnesota State. She was just stiff-arming and shrugging off tacklers. Good movement by Minnesota State, and then trying to relieve a little bit of pressure. So they kicked into touch. Line out taken nicely, and they're trying to set up a maul, and they've got it going. And looked like Linder tried to rip the ball out, and she's dinged for a penalty. Quick tap. This is Chapman. Kakano steps back and offloads to, I think it was Hilner. Bauer finds Gunther. Almost to the 22 now for Salve Regina. Going to work patiently. This is good stuff. Maggie Adams with a pick and go. Nice fighting there. Morse inside the 22 for Salve Regina, but the ball's down. And we're going to have another penalty. Minnesota State's going to have to clean it up. Quick tap. Chapman took 2 to bring her down. Salve Regina getting awfully close now. They're nearing the 5. Good go forward. Picked up by Dua. And I think she offloaded at Maggie Adams. And Salve Regina's dotted down for 5 more. So Dua scooped up the loose ball and shot through the gap. Then she offloaded to Adams. And Adams dots it down. Maggie Adams with the second try of the day for her. She must have gotten a shot of hot sauce during halftime. Aleksandra Dua is a senior from Newark, New York, studying financial management. And she apparently has a real fear of moths and butterflies. I love some of the things these student athletes put on their bios. So Gunther is going to attempt another conversion from the touchline. Just missed that one. She's getting closer every single time. All right, so Salve Regina is up 32-5, 32 and a half minutes to play in the second half of this third place match. Teskey puts it back into play. Fielded by Marr. Nice punch up with Lauren Benoit. Morse with it. She's still going. She gets over midfield. And she offloads to Hillner. And the defense of Minnesota State was not ready for that. But the ball spills out. And Minnesota State has turned it over. They've got it now. Trying to go to work short side. And they are coming back to an earlier penalty. Not sure if it's for offsides. Linder with it. Finds Liseth. Liseth finds Jackson. She's got some wheels. And she's still on her feet. Plenty of support there. Go. Trying to go short side. That was Chantel Mint. Tried to sneak it. They were all the way on the near touchline trying to sneak it and go down the alley. But she is pushed into touch. Salve Regina is going to get it back, but they are just outside their own 22. That was good work from Minnesota State to get on the front foot and move the ball. They need to do more of that. So the line out is controlled by Salve Regina. Chapman grabbed it. All right, Salve's got some room on the edge and got some numbers. It was Bauer that brought it back inside. And this is Pedrozo with it now. Nice clear out by Morse. A good tackle in there. Well, this is a battle at the breakdown. This is really, really good to see. And they're keeping it clean. I think that was Lambert that was trying to shoot through the gap. Hillner with it now for Salve Regina. She's still going. Chapman is there for help. And Minnesota State has it now. They post in the ruck. This is Liseth. She offloaded somebody, couldn't tell who. Might have been Linder. Actually, I think it was Evanson. And they've earned a penalty with that pressure. So taken quickly by Mint. But referee says, no, on my spot. So they're coming back. And Salve is able to get their defense set. This is Mint with it. Goes straight over somebody. Teskey trying to sidestep one. Hands the ball to T. Schaefer. And we got penalty not releasing the ball carrier. Taken quickly by, I believe that's Courtney Caskey. So we got a delayed call. Minnesota State still with it, so the advantage, they play on. And we're going to come back to the penalty. Actually, it was a knock-on. Salve must have tried to poach in the ruck and dropped it. All right, this is good stuff. For Moorehead, they're inside the 22. Keeping up the pressure. So I'm guessing with a substitute, looks like Chantel Mint has moved to scrum half. She is getting ready to set the ball in. She's a junior from Mandan, North Dakota, studying biology, pre-med, and she speaks fluent Russian. Pulled out of the back by Linder, the try scorer. She's still on her feet. This is good for Minnesota State. Pick and go. I think that was Evanson. Might have been T. Schaefer. Mint tries to go short side. Almost into touch. And good work by the defense of Salve Regina. Pushes into touch. They're going to get the ball back. Relieve some of this pressure. This is the best sustained work I've seen from Minnesota State in the game. 27 minutes to play in the game. Salve Regina leads at 32-5. So we'll see what Salve Regina does here. Do they try run out or do they try to kick it out to relieve this pressure because this lineout is on their own 5? Well, Minnesota State has stolen the lineout. They've got it now. Very close to the try line. But I see the AR's flag. Someone must have been taking a touch. Are we going to have a penalty try? I believe we are. We are. Penalty try for Minnesota State. Not sure what the call was. But referee is going into her pocket. We might have a card. We do have a card. Not sure which player is being binned for the infraction. So Minnesota State gets 5 more. Actually, 7 more because it's a penalty try.
For more information, go to www.impactmouthguards.com to order your team kit. Contact Frank Rabinowitz via email at frank@impactprotectionllc.com. Impact Mouthguards are custom.
Because it's a penalty try, there's no conversion, and so everyone was kind of waiting for the conversion, and they started screaming for water. But now that we're ready to play again, no one gets any water. It's all of a sudden become very hot here in Marietta, Georgia. All right, so 32-12 is your score, 24.5 minutes to play. in this third-place match. So Minnesota State feeling good. They are on the front foot, looking for more. Deep kick, fielded by Hoseth in the back. And she's got some wheels. Trying to get it to Nash. She's shifty. She's found a break. Does she have the wheels? She was able to offload, I think, to Adams. And Adams went into touch. Well, despite giving up possession, I like what I'm seeing from Minnesota State. They looked really strong. They've looked purposeful for the last 10 minutes, and they're rewarded with that pressure, with the penalty try awarded. And line out hit a couple of hands, bounced, and then it was picked up by Hillner for Salve Regina, and they've got it back over midfield now. And we're going to have a knock-on. Coming back to a knock-on? We are. There's a knock-on in the line-out. That was a delay call because Salve Regina had it. Advantage was over, so we're coming back to the scrum. 32-12 is your score. Salve Regina leads Minnesota State Moorehead with 23 minutes to play. Lambert sets it in, bounces around a little bit. Had a question about the score there. It is 32-12. That is your score. So we have reset the scrum. And I think we had, I think when Lambert was trying to pick the ball out of the back of the scrum, she dropped it. She coughed it up for a knock-on. So in the same spot, we're going to have another scrum, but this time it's going to be controlled by Moorehead. Looking to go to work. This game is not over yet. 21 minutes to play. And here we go. Mint sets it in. Got a good hook. Pulled out of the back by Linder. Tori Teskey, nice running here. Good stiff arms. And she handed off to somebody. Looked like a forward. Took about 4 Salve Regina players to bring down the carry, whoever it was. It was Nicole Evanson. All right, south of far side. Ball goes into touch. And Salve Regina is going to get the ball back. They're going to have a line out inside their 22. 20 minutes to play. And remember, Salve Regina is playing one woman down. Got a whistle. Got double knock on. Well, one knock on, then another. So we're going back to the first one. So Salve Regina is going to have a scrum. So maybe they can relieve pressure this way. We'll see if they run it out or try to kick it out. They are set up like they're going to try and run this out. They're set up powered all the way to the left. No one playing deep for a clearance kick. We'll see how they play it. Lambert sets it in. Good even scrum. Ball's out the back, but Mint was right on it. But was she offsides? All right, so they are going to kick for touch now because they're going to get the lineup back, but I don't think that's going to find touch. It bounces. Scooped up by Gunther. She gets her own kickback in the confusion. That was Morse, I believe. Good, strong run. Salve Regina's back in business. Chapman. She is so tough to bring down. Mama Bear. All right, Marr to Kakanos to Bauer. And this is Gunther with it. She finds Dua. Dua looking for help. Pick and go by Simonello. And this is Kakanos. And Minnesota State has earned the turnover. This is Hoseth. She's had a great match today, especially on defense. Quick ball out of there. This is Katya Knott. Trying to kick for clearance, but takes a Salve Regina bounce. Scooped up by Vandermeulen. And she finds Nash. Nash offloads. Nash gets it back, loop around. She was taken into touch, but she was not wrapped. That was a hit. That was a hit by Gabriella Hillner. That should be called. That should be a penalty. I don't know if the referee didn't see it. It wasn't a bad hit, but it was more than a nudge. 16 and a half minutes to play. Score 32-12 in favor of Salve Regina. They control the line out, trying to set up a maul. Chapman picks it out of the maul. Good go forward. Dua finds Gunther. Looking for help. Kakanos picks it up off the deck. She goes back through the middle. Looking to shoot the gap. She's got good support there. Lambert gives it to Hillner. Hillner trying to get some more meters. They're inside the 22 now. This is Maggie Adams. I think that was Marr on the keeper. Lambert kept that one. Series of pick and goes here. Maggie Adams. Now we're going to, nope. This is Pedrozo. Oh, so close now for Salve Regina. One more pick and go. Chapman, she's going to try and bull it over. And she does. She's able to get it down. Cassidy Chapman. 5 more points for Salve Regina. That could be the backbreaker. 37-12 now, with a conversion possibly to come. And Lauren Benoit is back on the pitch for Salve Regina. She was the player that was binned 10 minutes ago. Lauren is a senior from Meridian, Connecticut. She's studying biology, and she is an EMT, emergency medical technician. She also is obsessed with corgi dogs. So Gunther looking to add 2 more, 37-12, 14 minutes to play in this third-place match. Salve Regina firmly in control. And this last try and conversion might have taken the wind out of the sails of Minnesota State Moorhead. They still had a chance to get back in it. 3 converted tries, they would have taken the lead. And they were showing good pressure. But Salve Regina was patient, stuck to their game plan, and they were rewarded with the try. Tieski kicks it, fielded by Kakanoes. She goes over Nash, and they're going to do some forward work. Chapman with it again, and she's over midfield. Morris with it now. Ball's on the deck, picked up by, I think that was Lambert, and she's still on her feet. She's loose. Needs some support there, though. It arrives in time. This is Pedroso. And now we're going to see some more work. This is Simonello. Morris with it. Always positive each time. This is Benoit. Controlling the gain line very, very well. And we're going to have a penalty. Hear the referee talking in there in the breakdown, telling someone to leave it. They must not have. And so this is Morris, bounces off one. They've got some numbers out here if they can. Oh, shot the gap. That was Noelle Bauer, and she's going to center the try. 5 more as we reach the 12-minute mark in this game. 44-12 now. Salve Regina. It's been all Salve Regina the last 5 minutes. After a good spell by Minnesota State Moorhead, Salve Regina has broken the spell. Now scored their second try, and this should be an easy conversion for Gunther. So Noelle Bauer, the try scorer, she is a junior from Oceanside, New York, studying nursing. Her nickname is Toasty. I think on a team trip she slept next to the fire, so that's why they call her Toasty. Gunther puts it up and through. It's good. 46-12. So still some spring in the step of Moorhead. They're going to play all the way to 80 minutes. Love to see that. Got nothing to be ashamed of. They earned their way here. Had a tough game yesterday against the 2-time defending champs in Wayne State. These are the champions from 2015. So the kickoff was knocked on by Salve Regina, so you have a center field scrum for Moorhead. 10 minutes to go. I think we're going to see some more subs here. Good push by Salve Regina. Looks like Marietta Adams has gone back as scrum half. It was Chantel Mint for a little while. Collision there. This is Bauer with it. And we're going to have gone back to an early knock-on. We're going to have a sub come in for Minnesota State. Gabrielle Burkhardsmeyer coming into the match. She replaces Samantha T. Schaefer. So Burkhardsmeyer goes in second row. Salve goes to work again, going straight through their backs. That was Marr. Now they're going to go back to work with their forwards. I think that was Hillner. Taken at pace. That was Hillner. Morse was the previous carrier. And look at them on there. On the move again, Simonella offloads to Dua. Simonella with a pick and go. She was almost off the races. Good tackle from behind by Jackson. Pick and go by Jasmine Santiago. Eight minutes to play. Moorehead bench calling to get her out, put her into touch, but Salve is able to bring it back into the field of play. Good quick passing here. Loop around. Cockano's with it. Offloads it to Bauer. Bauer to Dorrego. And she's gone. And she's going to be able to center the try. She was shifty. She was being chased down. But she's able to get it down in between the sticks for 5 more for Salve Regina. 51-12 now for Salve Regina. So as we've seen all game long, good work. Scrum half to fly, half through the centers. And then trying to get the ball, a quick ball out to the wing and the fullback. And they've done it very, very well. That's Dorrego's third try. So Gunther had 3, Dorrego had 3. I know Bauer had 1. Cassidy Chapman had 1. So what really sprung that, what really made that happen was Cockano's on the loop around. They got the ball to the fullback. That was Gunther, and she was wrapped. Cockano's looped back around, and instead of just having one player out there, she created 2 players. She was able to draw the last defender, offload it to Dorrego, who did the rest. And 5 more for Salve Regina. So the conversion attempt hit the upright. So your score remains 51-12. 6 minutes to play in this third-place match. Have the championship match between Wayne State College and the Catholic University of America coming your way at 1 p.m. Hope you'll stick around for that. Good kick by Teskey. Fielded cleanly by Lambert. Pick and go by Pedroso. I think that was Benoit who picked it out of the back. No, it can't be because she was forming the ruck there. It was Morse who picked it out. So more pick and goes. Now what are we going to do? We're going to release it. We are. Gunther finds Dua. Dua size has 1 loop around. Gabby Hillner right below our tower. Have a good look here. Simonello. Good tackle by Courtney Caskey. Courtney Caskey, the freshman from New London, Minnesota, studying business. Salve Regina still working. as we are under 5 minutes to play here. Good go forward. They're over midfield. And looks like Minnesota State has counter-rucked. Not sure what the call was there. It was Nicole Evanson. Looked like she counter-rucked. Morse with it. Bounces off a couple people. Looks like Courtney Caskey got a stinger in the shoulder on that last hit. She's holding it gently, but she's trying to continue. So in the meantime, Minnesota State has turned the ball over, so they've got it, and they are over midfield, trying to go to work, trying to get something going here. 3.5 minutes to play. 51-12 is your score. Salve Regina leading it. And looks like nice counter ruck there. Chapman picks it up, and Salve Regina has it again. Pedrozo. Good tackle there by Evanson. Oh, and Cockano's just took her eye off for a second. She was already looking to pass. And we're going to have some more subs coming on. All right, so we got 6 players in for Salve Regina. 5 players in for Salve. No, 6 players. I'm guessing it's their entire bench that was still left there. So that's number 1, Sydney Butler. Number 20, Alex Harris. Number 21, Madison Mitchell-LaPlante. Number 16, Caitlin Moran. And number 23, Olivia Maxwell. Number 25, Dakota Benson. One more player needs to come off for Salve Regina. All right, last player's off now. We're going to have an 8-on-8 scrum instead of a 9-on-8. So just about 2 minutes to play here. Salve Regina leads at 51-12. Minnesota State Moorehead is going to have a center field scrum about 8 meters into the Salve half. They're still plugging away. Got a lot of pride. They go short side. Good shifty run by Hoseth. Good positive meters there, but the ball squirts out. Picked up by Simonello, and Salve Regina's got the ball again. And I think it's Lambert with it now. Well, Minnesota State is posting in the ruck again. Courtney Caskey with it. And she's taken it to touch, but she's inside the 22. Just over a minute to play, at least according to the clock on the field. Referee has official time. We have a lineup for Salve Regina, about 5 meters inside their 22. Well, this has been an entertaining match. Seen some great fights in the ruck and the breakdown. After some initial penalties, it's definitely been cleaned up. So can't tell who has it. I think it was Caskey again. So we've got relieving some pressure. Ball goes into touch. All right, so Salve was able to turn the ball over, put the ball back to Gunther, who relieved some pressure with a kick. So Minnesota State is going to have a line out inside the 22 of Salve as the clock on the field reaches 0. Don't know how much is on the referee's watch, but this could very well be the last possession. Minnesota State wants to end on a good note. They go short. I think that was Evanson. Might have been Annika Sanas. And that's the final whistle. So Salve Regina is going to win it 51-12. Their bench comes on to celebrate. First time reaching the NSCRO Final Four, and they come away with third place. A lot of pride in that team. Coaches do a great job. They got a great program going. You can tell the spirit, the culture they have is very good. And same with Minnesota State. Moorhead, they've got nothing to be ashamed of. As I mentioned earlier, they did earn their way here. They played 2 tough matches. Don't have a ton of seniors, so I have a feeling we'll see them again probably next year. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, just 4 seniors. Should be interesting to see how they do next year. And then Salve Regina, they have a whole host of seniors, so they're going to have to reload, rebuild a little bit. But I'm sure they're going to maintain their top form with their great coaching. We want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Rosalind Child Life University for bringing this championship match to their world-class rugby facility. The Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company, proud to be a top sponsor of NSCRO. Learn how Penn Mutual is committed to your financial well-being and helping you live life with confidence by visiting pennmutual.com/rugby. And Rhino Rugby is the official NSCRO equipment and ball supplier. NSCRO thanks Rhino Rugby for their support of small college rugby by providing the Rhino Vortex Elite match balls and referee jerseys. To outfit your team with equipment, apparel, and balls that facilitate improved performance, go to rhinorugby.com. So that's going to do it for the third place match. Once again, your final score is Salve Regina 51, Minnesota State Moorhead 12. We're going to have the championship match coming your way at 1 o'clock, so stick around.